Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dre here. Thank you for joining in. And today we're going to be talking about the games that we do not finish. And I'm sure all of us are guilty of having some good games that we enjoyed playing so much, and yet we never finish the story. And just to clarify, I'm not just talking about bad games that we were just like, hey, I don't want to play this no more, I'm done. I'm talking about those good games. Those games that you were enjoying playing so much, and then for one reason or another, we just stopped. Like, didn't even bother to finish a campaign. I was thinking about this when I was listening to this video, and they were saying that, like half of the people that played Red Dead Redemption never finished the story. And at first I thought that might have been a little off. I was like, come on, half of the people that played it never finished the story. But then I started thinking about the games that I've bought, which are a lot, that I never actually finished. And like I said, that I was enjoying playing. And then it just got me thinking, like, why did I never finish these games? And just to name a few of the games that I have that I thought were really good games. Wait, I think they're really good games. Let me just go ahead and clarify. But yet I never actually finished the story. Let's see. The Witcher, GTA 4, Just Cause 3, Assassin's Creed Rogue, South Park, The Stick of Truth, Far Cry 4 as well. And those are just the games that I literally have in front of me in my collection that I'm like, I have not finished these games. So I went online and looked at a few Reddits and a few articles that were written, and a lot of them had some good reasons and explanations on why people stop playing their games and never actually go back and finish them. Now, there were actually quite a lot of reasons, and I'm gonna do my best to go through them. The ones that I thought made sense, at least to me. Now, these are not in any order. They're not any top 10 or anything like that. It's just a list that I thought that, it was pretty interesting when you actually stop and think about it. Alright, too grindy with bad stories. See, now it makes sense to me. Like, if the game is too long and the story is not even worth it, and they're making you grind all this, to progress in the story, that would be a good reason for me to stop too. Another one that I saw was owning too many games, which I don't think is a bad problem, but I can see how that would stop you from finishing one game to jump to the other. And I think this one they were referring to, like Steam, how they have the packages that you can buy multiple games, and you end up getting quite a few, and you want to go through all of them, and eventually there's one or two that get pushed to the back that you don't even bother to finish. Another one is too many games and not enough time. And honestly, as an adult, I definitely see that. Sometimes we don't have enough time to play. We only get a few hours at the end of the day, or just trying to relax and play a video game. And if the game is not good enough for you, and you're limited on your time, it's more than likely you're just going to put that game up and choose another one. Too difficult. For me, that one was Cuphead. I liked the game. It looked beautiful. But holy crap, that game was hard. It honestly got to the point where I was getting too frustrating to play it anymore. And I think I got like maybe a quarter into the game, and I just gave up. I really just gave up. I was like, I'm not having fun anymore. This is way too hard. Spoilers / bad endings. And I can see that. If someone tells you how the game's gonna end and it just sounds like it's a really bad ending, it's, basically it's just like ruining a movie too. You're probably not even gonna bother to finish it anymore. Hard to start again from the last point, and that has happened to me with The Witcher. I tried just putting the game back in, loading my last save. I had forgotten completely how to play the game, and I had probably put in quite a few hours into that game. So the point of me restarting a new game to get the hang of it again just seemed like it wasn't worth it, because I know I had put in a good amount of time into that game, and after maybe a year or two trying to just jump back in, it was not happening. It was not gonna happen. Alright, and I got two more reasons to go over, and I left them towards the end because I wanted to elaborate on them just a little bit more than the previous ones. And this one is, some people like the world and don't care for the story. And the first thing that came to mind with me was Skyrim. I know that many of you, and myself included, have put in so much time into Skyrim. I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of hours, just doing everything that you wanted to do. And most of us did not care for the main story. I'm sure there were some people that just got the story out the way and then just played this great open world. But a lot of people, and I know quite a few, that again have hundreds upon hundreds of hours into Skyrim and have not finished the main story. And to me, that's kind of funny, because it just shows you how great a game can be, but at the same time not even care about the story whatsoever. Okay, and this last one I saved because I was almost guilty of it just a few months ago. And that is the new game Temptation. And this happened to me when Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, I love Assassin's Creed. I love their series. I was really looking forward to Odyssey, and it did not disappoint me. I loved it, but it was a big game. It was a lot to do in that game. And even though I did my best to not get sidetracked with the side quest, the game just took a long time. I finished the main campaign and the present day story. And again, trying to not do a lot of side quests, I still put in about 140 or 150 hours time. And while doing this, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And of course, I bought the game, and it was sitting in my Xbox library, just tempting me to start playing it. And there were so many times where I was like, I'm just gonna play some Red Dead Redemption for about an hour or two, and then I'm gonna go back to Assassin's Creed because I do want to finish the main story. But I knew I was just lying to myself. I knew that if I started playing another game, I was gonna get just sucked into this game and not even finish the last one. So I actually went on and finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which again was great. Love that game. But if that new game Temptation is tricky, because you can try to tell yourself, I'm just gonna play it for a little bit, and some of you might be able to do it. I know I wouldn't. The minute I popped the new game in, I was gonna completely forget about the other game and probably never finish the story. But anyhow, guys, that was just my little take on why we don't finish video games, as far as the stories go. But I'm sure you guys have many other reasons why. So why don't you go ahead and drop a comment down below. Tell me the reasons why you didn't finish a game. And again, I'm focusing more on the story. Why didn't you finish a campaign? What made you stop playing that game? Especially if you were really enjoying that game, and when you think about it, you never finished it. As always, it's your boy Dre. Don't forget to hit a like, subscribe, that would really help out the channel. But anyways, have a great rest of your day, evening, midnight, whatever. Just make sure it's great.